Why do people always assume that I
You
sing?
got a good voice. Like, I feel like
I
you...
don't think
I don't know. Maybe you should try adding that to the...
No.
Put the hook in your nose and then start singing and see if it
that'd be
really
awful.
throws
That'd be
people.
so awful. I've already wanted to do a Mr. Rogers thing, and
Right,
I'm still trying to put that together.
Does it affect your tone if you have something sticking out of your nose?
I mean, I just sound muffled like this.
Kelsey here again at Carnival of Ink 2025 in Springfield, Missouri. I'm here with the Artistry Unearthed podcast out of Cryptic Tattoo Studio in Springfield with an awesome guest today. This is the one and only Auzzy Blood.
Hello, thank you guys for having me. I'm here excited to be on the Cryptid podcast. Just kind of my life, sharing weirdness with others and my perspectives. So thanks for being interested.
Right, so where's home for you?
Las Vegas, Nevada, good old Sin City. That's why I call myself the freak from Sin City.
Okay, perfect, that works. Awesome. So how did you get into this, and maybe tell us what you do for people that don't know.
So I'm a sideshow freak. I basically mutilate and put myself in an endangered way of harm. I'll wait for her.
Pause a second.
I'm a sideshow freak, so I basically mutilate and entertain others by doing death-defying stunts. Death-defying stunts! But yeah, basically I like to keep the modern day sideshow alive with death-defying stunts and antics that show you how far you can truly push the human anatomy and the human body in a variety of ways that most people think would be impossible or unbearable to endure, but I found a way to do it.
And when did you get started with that?
So it was about December 2014 where I really started teaching myself sideshow stunts. And it was kind of a process of while I was in school to be a certified medical assistant. So I actually come from a background of being a phlebotomist, working in a doctor's office. I worked for a doctor who did spine and joint rehabilitation for a little bit. And that kind of put my perspective of, do I want to work for a doctor the rest of my life, or do I want to have adventure while I'm young and can make mistakes? So yeah, I started teaching myself stunts, doing street performance, and here I am over a decade later getting to travel to places like this and do it for a living. So That feels really good.
So did all the medical background really help you in knowing how far you can push your body without going too far?
Yeah, it was kind of a process of a few near-death experiences of doing things the wrong way at first. Like I got a wall frame hook stuck in my nose because I was using improper equipment at one point, and it got sucked in, got pulled down the back, so it was hanging on the back of my soft palate where your UVL hangs down, and it went down my throat, and I had to basically use another one to get it out. It was an intense thing, but it taught me really fast that I can't just use anything. I have to kind of be smart and use critical thinking skills and deductive reasoning to be able to know what I can use and do it safely. But yeah, I probably wouldn't have been able to save my own life if I didn't have the medical knowledge and the anatomy knowledge.
So this is not something that anybody should just pick up on a whim at home if they're having a boring Tuesday.
No, definitely don't. It's not for the faint of heart. It takes a lot of mental acuity to be able to kind of endure and understand what you're going through. Because if you panic at any moment, like if I panicked while I had a wall frame hook inside of me, that could have been really bad. And my dad could have came home to his son dead on the floor. Sorry to make it so graphic, but it's the honest truth of my line of work. I could die at any moment on stage with what I'm doing.
So have you been hospitalized?
No, I've never actually been hospitalized once.
All right.
So I'm doing something right.
You're doing something right. Nailed it. Awesome. So do you pretty much travel the majority of the year, or do you mostly do shows at home? Or
It's a combination of both. It honestly, for the last 2 years, 3 years since 2022, it's been nonstop travel on the road. I was touring with a group named Telza Poppin' in 2021, and that was after the pandemic. So, and before the pandemic, I was working with Cirque du Soleil. So, like, I had a set resident gig in Las Vegas, and then that got taken away by the pandemic. So it was kind of just going back to the brick and mortar of touring and doing shows. And because of doing things like AGT and stuff, I just built up so much of a review and a rapport with all the fans across the country. It allowed me to just book gigs anywhere, like here in Springfield, Missouri, and people found me on social media. So, yeah, majority of the year I'm traveling and trying to stay as busy as possible.
Awesome. So what was that like to be on America's Got Talent and to meet those people?
Honestly, so it's this dichotomy experience of, like, it's really cool, but it's also, you see how fake everything is. You see kind of the behind the scenes of it, and you see really just how much they force in the perspective of reality television. So it was a fun experience overall, but I didn't get paid. I barely got fed. I was barely taken care of on set. So, like, not to knock America's Got Talent. They're one of the biggest in American entertainment culture when it comes to reality television. But they need to treat their people better. They need to treat the performers they reach out
snacks
to. No, better
America's Got
snacks and,
Talent.
like, actually provide lunches and stuff.
Right.
I was there for, like, 8-hour to 12-hour days. And I even had the experience of right before I walked on stage, they were like, hey, can you come back tomorrow? And I was like, no, I have a gig in Vegas tomorrow. What are you talking about? We agreed to this. So it was just this thrown for a loop, like, wow, do they really care about the people they're putting on this show? Didn't feel like it. Well, when I've done a lot of the other Got Talents, like overseas and different cultures, they've been nothing but supportive and accommodating in every way. So it was just different to see, like, your own people not taking care of you, but these foreign people from a different country are treating you way better. I don't know what that's about, but it is what it is.
So what's one of your favorite things about being able to do this? Is it like the freedom of it? Is it getting to meet people? Is it the looks on people's faces? What's...
All of that you just said in a nutshell. For me, the fact that I'm my own boss, I don't have a manager or like an agent that manages me. So I'm in full control of what I do, how I do it, when I do it. That's really the best, most liberating thing is the freedom. And then when it comes to like being able to meet people and create those connections, that's also really validating and brings a lot of happiness because I can make a friend anywhere I go and keep them around and kind of just have them as a long distance friend that I can see anytime I'm traveling. So that's really rewarding. And for me, like doing Sideshow, it's not about the fame, it's not about the money. At the end of the day, I want to be able to create connections and inspire people. You can accomplish anything you put your mind to.
That's awesome. Is there anything else you want to share or give us your social media for people to follow?
Well, I was going to, care if I show you guys a stunt right now? Something that's pretty insane?
Sure, but I have a confession first. I haven't actually watched you perform because I'm a giant squeamish weenie. So
well, this is gonna be
I'm
good
going to
on
get to
camera.
watch you perform.
So here we have a large 1/4 inch thick solid steel hook.
Uh-huh.
Does not bend or break. And let's just say what goes in must come out.
Yeah. All right, that is Auzzy Blood, folks.
Well, we're not even done. The best part is going
No,
in
there's
reverse.
more. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Where are you going to put that?
And inside out.
All right.
Yeah, so if you want to support me on social media, you can type in AUZZY Blood if you want to see more antics like this.
Awesome.
I'm posting videos on Instagram and Facebook all the time. TikTok too, as long as I don't get banned off there. But yeah, come to a show, come see it for yourself, because it's a mind-altering type of entertainment that you have to experience and feel for yourself.
Well, thanks so much. We look forward to seeing you every year here, Auzzy. You are one of
Thank you,
the
guys.
fixtures at Carnival of Ink,
Aw, that
and
means
it's
a
a joy
lot.
to have you. So thanks for freaking out our TSA agents when you come through and gracing us with your awesome presence. So,
That's what I live for. Thank you guys
All
so much for
right.
having me. Bye-bye.
thank you.